Before I press play on this SiStar'z side note, let me just make the point plain and clear. This right here is not just Black Power Pride talk. And y'all, this isn't just a Black History Month big up. This is actually about spiritual DNA, the science of mitochondrial Eve, our shared human origin, and what that means for spiritual sovereignty today. These are the receipts of our shared origin and spiritual sovereignty. And if you're wondering what this has to do with legacy love, it's everything. Because you can't reset love if you don't understand what you inherited. Where we come from shapes what we carry. And understanding where we come from is the first step in the love reset. Therefore, again, before we start, please let's be very, very clear. Realize that this episode is about the science plus spirit of our shared origin, mitochondrial Eve, and why knowing where we come from is the first step in reclaiming spiritual sovereignty and resetting love. Now, let's get it. Let's go. All right, since I shifted and made this huge pivot of what I was going to do for Black History Month and shifted it into legacy love, I do want to do something for Black History Month. So here we go. And yeah, y'all, I want to break something down with y'all during Black History Month because, shoot, why not, right? So this right here is just a little bit. Is going to hopefully open some eyes or get some nods of heads or, connect with y'all on the loveliness of Black excellence. So this is my SiStar'z side note on Black excellence, Black history, Black power, Black pride, because Black is beautiful. The global legacy of spiritual Black excellence. Greetings, my beautiful spiritual kinfolk. Once again, it's your girl, IAYAALIS, aka the multidimensional mouth. And yes, y'all, I'm right here in your ear once again, offering yet another amazing bit of content, offering insight and guidance in support of your spiritual wellness and spiritual upskilling. First, I just want to properly introduce y'all to this special bit of info in honor of Black History Month. Now, allow me to just be brutally honest with y'all, okay? Real talk, I'm almost like, almost like a non-militant Black militant. But that's primarily because my whole entire focus in life is more connected to me being a spiritual activist versus a Black power activist. And for me, although I am genuinely uber Black and proud, this whole Black History Month situation can kind of come off, super cheesy. I mean, how in the hell are we gonna only use one lunar duration, 1 month, to pay homage to the entire ancestral line of Black folk on the planet? Crazy, right? I mean, for an entire lineage of Black folk that come from an area marked as the cradle of civilization and responsible for the beginnings of all people all over the globe, we only grant all the big ups, the grand applause, and the respectful focus to these people and their traditions for just a month? Yeah. just insanity, right? I mean, not to mention, typically the shortest month of the calendar year with the fudge. WTF. I mean, it's really kind of racist and silly. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And not only that, usually when the Black History notes of Black History Month are delivered, it's typically about the same freaking trite old mentionings that ultimately, after a while, don't even interest me. And these are my people. This is my lineage. And it's history, yes, but it's just usually not very inspirational hearing the same stuff about Black folk on repeat over and over and over again. Stuff, that isn't presented in any type of way that feels current and relevant enough to spark interest or seem useful. But I digress. Okay, that's probably me just venting a bit too much, because this that I'm about to spit is legit. This Black history content that I want to hip you to is intentionally not via the same whack approach that I bemoan to be a bore. Hail to the nah. I want to connect with y'all to go deep, deeper than deep, to focus upon and go all into the global legacy of spiritual Black excellence. In this drop of content, we're not just recounting Black history, we're connecting with the powerful essence of spiritual sovereignty that has guided Black people through centuries. And this concept isn't just about autonomy. It is about recognizing our innate right to govern our spiritual journey, drawing from the deep well of our Black ancestors' wisdom and resilience. And, side note, just because you may not be what is termed a POC, aka person of color, don't mean this don't apply to you. We all got varying degrees of melanin in us. We all scientifically come from a human lineage that originates from the cradle of civilization and, interestingly enough, connects us all to a common human genotype and an original Black woman's womb. And yes, I am a passionate chick, y'all, but I am so sincere about all of this. How sincere? Well, enough to get lit up enough to illuminate y'all with the science that backs up this lovely claim. The statements that I provide are facts. These truths touch upon several scientific and anthropological topics. So, for accuracy, let me break it down. Number 1, scientifically, yes, there is a melanin presence in humans. It is accurate to say that all humans have varying degrees of melanin in their skin. Melanin is a natural pigment responsible for the color of our skin, hair, and eyes. The amount and type of melanin determine the variation in skin color among individuals and races. Number 2, every human lineage and origin come from Africa. Modern humans, Homo sapiens, indeed originated in Africa, and this is info according to a wide consensus among scientists. And all this delicious data is based on a substantial body of evidence from the fields of anthropology, genetics, and paleontology. So the whole out of Africa theory, which is widely accepted, is a pure truth. This all comes from an intelligent theory that modern humans evolved in Africa and then migrated to other parts of the world, replacing local populations of earlier hominins, such as Neanderthals and Homo erectus. So, yeah, Africa is both the mother and father continent because it gave birth to humankind as a biological species, and our African ancestors created human history, culture, and civilization. Basically, things developed in Africa literally for hundreds of thousands of years before it ultimately spread worldwide. Number 3, we all got a connection to a common ancestor. Genetic studies have actually shown that all humans share common ancestors if you go back far enough in time. So that silly spiritual phrase, "we're all one," is actually true with this specific situation. The concept of a mitochondrial Eve refers to the idea that every single freaking human being alive today can trace some of their genetic inheritance back to a single woman through mitochondrial DNA, which is passed from mother to offspring. Now, this does not mean she was the only woman alive at the time or the first human woman. That's a bit much. Instead, it means that her mitochondrial DNA lineage is the only one to survive to the present. Mitochondrial Eve is what they call her. And this particular goddess vibe and genetic factor is estimated to have lived in Africa around 100,000 to 200,000 years ago. Number 4, the Black woman's womb is the original womb. Now that is a powerful statement. But what's even more super duper dope about that declaration is the fact that it's freaking truth. This reference to an original Black woman's womb aligns with the idea of mitochondrial Eve. Yes, the phrasing around original Black woman's womb is a simplification, but it symbolizes the idea that all humans share a common ancestry that can be traced back to Africa. Scientifically, given that modern humans are believed to have originated in Africa, the earliest human populations would have been of African descent, with skin color adapted for high UV radiation environments, which is typically darker. So, mitochondrial Eve, she's like the true OG, aka the original gangstress, or goddess, but we could say gangstress, either or, it works with me. So yeah, there may be other ways to say it, but overall, the truth is the true original sister was Black. So really, I'm just being 100 with y'all. I'm spiritually spitting truth. I'm calling facts, and I got real receipts to back it all up. And on all 10 toes, I stand on these statements and all the validating background info I offer in this awesome drop of content focusing on the global legacy of spiritual Black excellence. All of the spiritually unifying data that I've continued to provide throughout this entire thing is to gift all of y'all on this beautiful Black History Month and beyond, because it aligns with the intelligence of factual science and the genuine intuitive awareness of spirituality, pure metaphysical insights regarding our human origins, genetic connections, and the diversity of our melanated magic for human life all over the freaking globe. And again, just to be absolutely truthful, my beloved spiritual kinfolk, my fellow extraordinary evolutionary revolutionaries, all of this content is intentionally designed to support the whole process regarding the eventual transformation to respectfully shift the seemingly limited and oftentimes frail human dynamic into the limitless, God-coded divine essence that is everlasting and lives within us all. And so, to give you my last bit of words about this Black History Month drop of content, and to break it all down in really simple words, of course, with your silent permission for me to speak ever so freely. The specific spiritual intention and magical mission of this content right here is ultimately to turn niggas to gods. And this pertains to the original beautiful blackness in you, whatever your color. Why? Well, naturally, because you are supernal, celestial, heavenly, divine. Eternal supernal, y'all. IAYAALIS, ELOAI.